Intentions count in your actions. He who is not impressed by sound advice lacks faith. God helps those who fear him. In the matter of justice, all should be equal in your eyes. God blesses him who helps his brother. Solitude is better than the society of evil persons. Knowledge is the life of the mind. Youth is not restored by the dyeing of your hair. Do not deceive, or be faithless, even with your enemy. If you expect the blessings of God, be kind to his people. He who avoids complaint invites happiness. Without knowledge, action is useless, and knowledge without action is futile. O man, you are busy working for the world, and the world is busy trying to turn you out. Pride in the case of a rich man is bad, but pride in the case of a poor man is worse. There is greatness in the fear of God, contentment in faith of God, and honor in humility. Good actions are a guard against the blows of adversity. To fight against the infidels is jihad, but to fight against your evil self is greater jihad. Do not follow vain desires, for verily he who prospers is preserved from lust, greed and anger. If an ignorant person is attracted by the things of the world, that is bad. But if a learned person is thus attracted, it is worse. He who becomes a Muslim does so in his own interest. He who indulges in falsehood will find the paths of paradise shut to him. When you seek advice, do not withhold any facts from the person whose advice you seek. He who fears to weep should learn to be kind to those who weep. If anybody seeks your advice, offer right and sincere advice. Every day, nay every moment, try to do some good deed. Piety is the most solid goodness, and the vilest of what is evil is vice. When you advise any person, you should be guided by the fear of God. The greatest truth is honesty, and the greatest falsehood is dishonesty. He who aspires to paradise should learn to deal with people with kindness. Run away from greatness, and greatness will follow you. The true believer is rewarded in everything, even in affliction. When knowledge is limited, it leads to folly. When knowledge exceeds a certain limit, it leads to exploitation. Follow the way of life, which the Holy Prophet has shown you, for verily that is the right path. Use the same measure for selling that you use for purchasing. Do not get elated at any victory, for all such victory is subject to the will of God. Have an earnestness for death, and you will have life. It is bad for a young man to sin, but it is worse for an old man to sin. Be good to others, that will protect you against evil. Death is the easiest of all things after it, and the hardest of all things before it. The people who abandon jihad fall a victim to humility and degradation. It is a matter of shame that, in the morning the birds should be awake earlier than you. Cursed is the man who dies, but the evil done by him survives. If you want to control other people, First control yourself.